What's up, everybody? Welcome to another episode of J Sports Network Edition. This is Friday's FBS College Game Day. And let's get right here into this episode. The first game we're talking about is the Commonwealth Cup between number 24 ranked Virginia Tech coming in at 83 versus UVA. This game should be a good one. Virginia Tech has a 15-game winning streak over Virginia, so it should be a very good game. The first time these two teams met up was October 5th of 1895, with Virginia winning the 38-0. The last time the two teams met up, the game ended in overtime, with Virginia Tech coming out on top 34-31. Virginia Tech leads the all-time series 58-37-5. Largest victory for Virginia Tech is 48-0 in 1983. I'm sorry. The largest victory for Virginia is 44-0 in 1896. This game will be going on at 12 noon on ABC Network. Our next game we're talking about is the Heroes Trophy between number 17 Iowa versus Nebraska. Iowa has a 4-game winning streak over Nebraska in this series. Iowa comes a game with a record of 8-3, and Nebraska comes a game with a record of 5-6. First time two teams met up was November 26th of 1891, with Iowa winning 22-0. The last time the two teams met up was November 23rd of 2018, with Nebraska losing by the score of 31-28. Nebraska leads the all-time series 29-17-3. Largest victory for Iowa is 56-14 in 2017. And largest victory for Nebraska is 57-0 in 1980. This game will be going on at 2:30 p.m. on Big Ten Network. The next game we got is number 19 Cincinnati versus number 18 Memphis. Memphis has a 3-game winning streak over Cincinnati. Memphis leads the all-time series 21-13. And the first time the two teams met up, November 19th of 1966, Memphis won by a score of 26-14. The last time the two teams met up was in 2016, with the Memphis winning by a score of 34-7. Largest victory for Memphis is 52-6 in 1969, and largest victory for Cincinnati is 49-10 in 2004. This game will be going on at 3:30 p.m. on ABC Network. Our next game we got here is number 20 Boise State versus Colorado State. Boise State has absolutely dominated this series right here, as they have an 8-game winning streak over them. 8-0 is the leading right now, as Colorado State has not been able to come up with a win in this series. The first time the two teams met up was October 15th of 2011, with Boise State winning 63-13. The last time the two teams met up was October 19th of 2018, with Boise State winning 56-28. The largest margin of victory for Boise State was 63-13. This game will be going on at 3:30 p.m. on CBS Sports Network. Now let's get right into our next game, the 112th Apple Cup between Washington State and Washington. Both teams coming here with a record of 6-5. Washington leads this all-time series 73-32-6. The first time the two teams met up was November 30th of the 1900s. With this game in a very interesting tie of 5-5. What a very defensive game. The last time the two teams met up was November 23rd of 2018, with Washington winning by a score of 28-15. The largest margin of victory for Washington was 51-3 in 2000, and the Washington State largest margin of victory was 52-26 in 1973. This game will be going on at 4 p.m. on Fox. Our next game is number 25 Appalachian State versus Troy. Appalachian State coming to the game with a record of 10-1. Troy comes in here with a record of 5-6. Appalachian State leads its all-time series 4-3. The first time the two teams met up was November 21st of 1970, with Troy winning by a score of 42-0. Last time the two teams met up was November 24th of 2018, with Appalachian State coming out on top 21-10. Appalachian State largest margin of victory in this series was 53-14 in 2004, and Troy's largest margin of victory was 42-0 in 1970. This game will be going on at 6 p.m. on ESPN+. And let's get right here to our last game that we'll be talking about here is the war on I-4 between USF and UCF. Two Florida teams will be squaring off this game. USF comes to the game with a record of 4-7, and UCF comes in here with a record of 8-3. USF leads the all-time series 6-4. The first time the two teams met up was September 17th of 2005, with USF winning 31-14. The last time the two teams met up was November 23rd of 2018, with UCF winning 38-10. Largest margin of victory for USF was 64-12 in 2007, and largest margin of victory for UCF was 38-10 in 2018. UCF has a current win streak of 2 games over USF. This is going to be going on at 8 p.m. on ESPN Network. Let's get right back into our first game here, which is the Commonwealth Cup between Virginia Tech and Virginia. I have Virginia Tech coming out on top in this game, but I have it been a very competitive game between both teams because Virginia and Virginia Tech have been able to compete with each other in this game. Also, the winner of this game will be moving on to the ACC Championship game versus Clemson. So this should be a good game. Getting this game started at 12 noon on ABC Network. In the Heroes Trophy, I have Nebraska pulling off the upset win over Iowa. Not by much, though. Could be by a field goal. But it should be a very competitive game in Nebraska. Probably pretty cold up there today. And they're looking to break that streak that Iowa has of 4 games winning against them. So Nebraska, I have winning that game. This game starts at 2:30 p.m. on the Big Ten Network. The next game between number 19 Cincinnati and 18 Memphis. Now this should be a very high-scoring game. I actually have Cincinnati potentially winning this game, but it's going to be a very competitive game. I see it going to overtime and being decided in overtime. But I have Cincinnati coming out on top. The game starts at 3:30 p.m. on ABC Network. The next game I have that we were talking about was number 20 Boise State versus Colorado State. I do not have Colorado State coming in here making a big-time upset. I have Boise State winning this game, moving on to 11-1 of the season, and getting ready for bowl season. Alrighty. Now this game will start at 3:30 p.m. on CBS Sports Network. With Boise State, I have winning this game and moving on to 9-0 against Colorado State. Our next game we got is the 112th Apple Cup. But this series has been going on for years. It's been going on for the longest of time. I have Washington State winning over Washington and moving to 7-5 on the year. Even though Washington is leading the series 73-32-6, I still have Washington State winning this game today. This game starts at 4 p.m. on Fox Networks. All right, the next game we got number 25 Appalachian State versus Troy. I have Appalachian State going to Troy and winning their win, but not by much. I have Troy being very competitive in this game, but not coming out on top, with Appalachian State winning by a field goal. This game starts at 6 p.m. on ESPN+. And our last game between USF and UCF, the 2 Florida teams that are trying to make their statements right here. I have UCF winning this game at home in front of their home fans, in front of the great fans in Florida at University of Central Florida. Those fans are something to be hold out there. They are very into their teams and really actually come out there and support them. So I have UCF winning this game, not by much. This should be a very high-scoring game as well. And this game will be starting at 8 p.m. on ESPN Network. And that's just going to bring us to the end of this episode. The teams that I have winning today are Virginia Tech, Nebraska, Cincinnati, Boise State, Washington State, Appalachian State, and UCF. Now, that's going to bring us to this episode. If you guys enjoyed it, if you did, please leave a like, comment, and subscribe. And I will see you tomorrow for Saturday's College Game Day, the regularly scheduled program, as we'll be having a good majority of games coming that I'll be talking about in that episode. Have a wonderful day.